since they're paying me big money, they decided that they would put me on the broadcast team to try to recoup some of those funds.
Hello out there in internet land. This is episode 2 of the 2026 season of the F1 Chat. I'm your host, Phil Lamington. Seated to my left is a very happy German fan named Otto von Skidmark, also known as JB. JB, how are you, my friend?
Well, I'm not happy, and I'm not German.
Not happy at the Germans.
Well, the Germans are happy right now, but I'm not one of them.
The Germans and the Poms.
Yes.
Yeah, well, you know, could have been worse.
What a day.
What a day. So,
Could it have been worse? Could it really have been worse?
Well, you could have not pitted under the VSC.
You could have not made the race start.
Yeah, well, you know. Well, he could have been worse. He could have been Lance Stroll in his Aston Martin.
You could have been either of the Aston
In, out, in, out, in, out. Anyone would think he was having sex with the Albert Park track. He was fucking it in, out, in, out.
Yeah, well, you know, Fernando made like Jesus and made a couple of resurrections. And then died again.
I had Peggy messaging me during the race going, is he in or is he out? And I'm like,
I don't know.
They got to get data. They got to get data on what's wrong with the engine.
Everything.
Where do we start?
I could point at anything on that car and it's wrong.
It starts with the window licker's eyebrows.
Yeah, that one.
Speaking of which, we before we get stuck into the episode, we were inundated with a complaint.
A complaint?
A complaint.
From our preseason show?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. What did we do in the preseason show?
Well, it wasn't what we did. It was what I did.
Oh.
How I used that really crappy AI theme at the start and end of the show.
Yes.
Our beloved listener, Peggy, was nice enough to message me going, what was that played at the start of the show? And I said, well,
that's what non-copyrighted music sounds like.
We own the copyright.
That's our music now.
And her reply to that was, please don't use it again. It's horrible.
Never said it was good. Also not going to get us banned on YouTube.
We said in the episode it was bad. Skynet had failed.
It's not going to get us sued by YouTube.
It's not getting used again. I just did it as a joke.
That's fantastic.
You know, it's back to a regular scheduled craptastic bit of gear that I recorded myself.
Yes. Yes.
It's like that, or I start using the heavy metal version of the F1 theme that I downloaded off YouTube. Well, we've used it in the past. We haven't had a proper copyright complaint about that. So.
I don't think we have enough listeners to get copyright complained.
Well, yeah, that's true, but still.
Oh, well.
You know, these things happen.
Well, the way is, you know, the way Australia's going with the internet, getting logged out of everything.
Yeah, well, apparently we're even locked out of Pornhub now.
We are. I checked myself.
Do you really want to admit that on the internet?
For research purposes, I had to know.
You had to disprove it.
As an integral journalist that I once was, I had to get to the source and make sure that it was disabled.
Just realised you had to get to the source.
I did have to get to the source. Send me the link, and the link was sent. But yes.
I think you've missed the point of what I was saying about getting to the source.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
It's a double entendre.
It is a double-ended.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It sure as fuck ain't a PG-rated show now, is it?
Well, we were going to keep it clean, but...
Everyone thought I was in the greatest angle of all time because I was retired. But I really, I'm sitting here because everyone wanted to recoup their funds.
That's right. How many funds are you getting from YouTube, seeing as we're getting demonetized as we speak?
Nothing.
Oh, good. Me too.
Yeah.
Good to see we're on an even pay bracket.
Yeah, that's great.
We're as useful as an Aston Martin F1 car at this point. Bringing home the same amount of money, too.
All right. So, the race today.
The race, the opening race of the season.
How was it?
Did you? Well, you know what? I was skeptical of the regulations, but they actually proved to be all right, at least for the first 20 laps.
Yeah.
We are, of course, referring to the Australian Grand Prix in Melbourne.
Yes.
It's the Albert Park Street Circuit,
Yes.
which was surprisingly dry all weekend.
Yes.
Very un-Melburnian weather.
Yes.
And the supercars were pretty chaotic too.
Yes. So was the F2.
And the F3. Actually, it was a pretty chaotic weekend.
Yeah, like, did everyone just forget how to drive?
There's a lot of people that forgot how to drive.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, it's like going up Canelands on a Saturday. Everyone just forgets how to drive.
Yep. No courtesy out there.
Right, so we're going to get straight into it. It's the F1 report, the first one for the year. Take it away,
Ugh.
Otto von Skidmark.
We are back. I'm going to be a one-time only using my nickname. The 2026 Qatar Airlines Australian Grand Prix. I don't know why the Australian Grand Prix has to be licensed after Qatar Airlines.
Well, someone's got to pay for it.
Yeah, well, I guess Foster's is defunct now, isn't it?
Well, did you know the Victorian government has to pay $1.7 billion over 10 years to make up for the losses from the Australian F1 Grand Prix?
Really?
Yep. So the taxpayers have to fork up $1.7 billion to cover the Australian Grand Prix.
Is that why they got rid of the MotoGP as well?
Yeah, they probably just couldn't afford it.
Yeah, honestly. Anyway, here at Melbourne, well, there in Melbourne, Albert Park, nice and sunny weekend. It was sunny until about now. Pre-race, Oscar Piastri crashes out of his home Grand Prix on the sighting lap after losing the rear of his McLaren at turn 4. That was it. I wanted to turn the TV off right then and there. And so did everyone at Albert Park. But alas, we did get a race start. Lap 1. George Russell starts on pole position alongside Mercedes teammate Kimi Antonelli. Charles Leclerc launches off the start to get the whole shot into turn 1. Lewis Hamilton making moves as well as Isaac Hadjar battles up to 4th place. Lap 2. George Russell fights back into the lead of the Grand Prix down the back straight past Charles Leclerc. They had a great battle. Lap 3, Charles Leclerc reclaims the lead of the Grand Prix, getting back past George. Lap 5, Kimi Antonelli passes Arvid Lindblad for 5th. Lap 8, George Russell fights past Charles Leclerc for the race lead again. As a 3-horse race begins to develop between George Russell and the 2 Ferraris in the early going. Charles taking the lead back before the end of the lap. Lap 11, Isaac Hadjar's Red Bull expires, his Ford power unit popping as the preceding virtual safety car triggers a slew of pit stops. Lap 12, George Russell and Kimi Antonelli double stack at Mercedes as Ferrari go 1 and 2 at the head of the field, but they don't pit. Lap 14, Fernando Alonso is told to stop the car by Aston Martin. Their dismal 2026 start coming to the fore. Lap 16, Kimi Antonelli passes Arvid Lindblad for 4th. Lap 18, Valtteri Bottas' Cadillac is stranded near pit entry. The VSC deployed as everyone dives into the pit lane, minus the Ferraris again. Lap 25, Charles Leclerc finally pits, a set of hard tyres going on his Ferrari, as George Russell goes to 2nd place. Lap 28, George Russell hunts down Lewis Hamilton for the lead of the race, as the Ferrari struggles on aging medium tyres. Lewis pitting shortly after for a set of hard tyres. Lap 34, a virtual safety car is deployed for debris on the back straight, just as Max Verstappen had zoned in on Lando Norris. Lap 35, Lando Norris avoids the confrontation anyway, pitting for another set of medium tyres as the VSC ends. Lap 38, Lando Norris passes Oliver Baumann for 7th, and on lap 39, he passes Arvid Lindblad for 6th. And later on, lap 58, George Russell wins the Australian Grand Prix from Mercedes teammate Kimi Antonelli and Ferrari's Charles Leclerc.
4th place was Lewis Hamilton in the other Ferrari. 5th place was Lando Norris in the McLaren. 6th place was Max Verstappen in the Red Bull Ford. 7th place was Ollie Behrman in the Haas. 8th was Arvid Lindblad in the Racing Bulls. 9th was Gabriel Bortoletto in the Audi. And 10th is Pierre Gasly in the Alpine.
Alpine in one race has done better than they did last year.
Yes.
That's a good turnaround of fortune.
So we're gonna. I haven't run this past you yet, but we're gonna trial a new subject, new segment first.
All right, we're on.
Okay, we're gonna talk about race highlights, sort of like the highlights of the highlights.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so here we go. Here's some highlights from the race. So obviously the first highlight of the race, unfortunately, was Oscar Piastri losing it on the sighting lap.
That was gutting. When he was coming out of pit lane, he had cold tyres. His power unit was being really, I don't know, weird. Like, you could hear him coming out of pit lane, he was getting wheel spin, and then his power unit was sort of peaking and then dipping as he was trying to get the gearbox synced up. And then he thinks coming out of turn 4, he's got on the curb, and he's had a power spike, which has lit the rear tyres up and fired him into the wall, because that's how these new power units respond. So,
okay, the next race highlight was just that blistering start by the Ferraris off the line.
Charles Leclerc, that's one of the best starts I've seen.
Yeah,
That was like Ayrton Senna at like Donington in like 93 in the rain.
And you know what? Lewis Hamilton also had an amazing start.
Yeah, Lewis was up to 3rd by the end of the first lap.
Yeah.
Like, he was charging.
Yeah,
Like,
he was.
everyone said the Ferraris would be quick off the line, and they weren't wrong.
Which then led to the next major race highlight, which was the battle between George Russell and Charles Leclerc.
Oh, that was amazing. That was great. Like, that was 3 or 4 laps of just side-by-side running.
Yeah, it was just...
Like, all the questions about how's the racing going to be with these new regulations, and they just go and put on a clinic.
Yeah.
They're just side-by-side, wheel-to-wheel for like 3 or 4 laps. It was really good, high-quality racing.
And then eventually Lewis Hamilton got involved as well. Like,
Yes,
he caught up, and it was just...
Yep.
You know, it was combat.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it really highlighted what is good about the new rules.
Yes.
You know,
Even though a lot of it is based on how much battery charge you have.
yeah.
But, you know, it was...
I suppose that brings the point of, is this artificial combat, though?
A lot of the drivers themselves are saying it is.
Yeah.
A lot of the drivers themselves are saying there's not a whole lot of skill-based overtaking. It's more like who saved their battery the best.
Yeah.
Which isn't the way we should be going racing, as Max has said.
Yeah.
So this shouldn't be Formula E on steroids. We've already got Formula E.
Yeah.
This should be flat-out, balls-to-the-wall racing. And it doesn't seem to be that way, even though it did produce a great battle and overall a great Grand Prix.
The next one was, the next race highlight was Ferrari in the strategy department. Just what?
The second time was unlucky because Valtteri Bottas was parked in front of the pit lane.
Yeah.
The Ferraris had already gone past pit entry, and pit entry was closed by the time they got back around, but the first time was head scratcher.
Yeah, like...
Everyone behind them came in. It's the same thing McLaren did last year that cost them that race win.
Yeah.
Exactly the same thing. It's like, no, you're overcomplicating it. Like, you outsmarted yourself.
Yeah, and I mean, even Lewis Hamilton was on the blower going, why aren't we doing this?
Yeah, it's like he said at least one of us should have stopped there.
Yeah.
And neither of them did, so...
Yeah. Like, I mean, I understand what the strategy was. Like, as we saw later on in the race, that Charles Leclerc was struggling on the hards. Like, once he put those hards on, he wasn't advancing up towards Kimi Antonelli.
Yeah, the Ferraris were definitely running better on medium tyres.
Whereas, like, Lewis Hamilton was gaining on Charles Leclerc at a fairly rapid rate.
Yeah.
Maybe they should have tried the strategy of, instead of putting Charles Leclerc, on the hards, maybe do a video game strategy, put him on another set of mediums, and then with 10 laps to go, yank him off the mediums and put a set of softs on and just let him go for broke.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's what McLaren were trying, because I asked Lando if he could do 26 laps on the mediums, and he said, I can do 10. So I don't know if the mediums were as stable as they maybe wanted them to be.
Or maybe it was just the Ferraris cracked the code with the medium.
Yeah, absolutely. I think so. But yeah, they had to take their medicine with the hard tyres eventually.
The next race highlight was Max versus Lando.
Yeah.
Like that was really surprising, seeing that Max started way back.
Max started 20th, finished 6th.
Yeah.
But he was catching Lando pretty well. Lando held him off in the end, but there was definitely shades of... Yeah, I was hoping for a little bit of drama like last year. Lando ultimately held him off, though.
Oh, yeah.
I think Max ran out of pace, cutting through the field eventually, maybe cooked his tyres, but...
And I mean, Lando would have made that car about 20 feet wide too.
Oh, absolutely. He did everything he could to keep him behind, and credit to him, he did.
Yeah, I mean,
he
they
had a couple of good scraps.
they were sparring against each other last year, so they know how to do combat against each other. So
I mean, I know he had a couple of run-ins with Arvid Lindblad, and he had a bit of a ding-dong with Ollie Behrman as well, so...
yeah. The other race highlight really was the Aston Martins. Just in, out, in, out.
We knew they were going to be.
Yeah, look, we knew going in that they'd been told, like, only run 25 laps at the most because they only brought 4 battery packs with them and 2 of them died in FP1. So they needed 2 more to last for the entire weekend. If they lose a battery pack, that's it.
Yeah, that's an absolute omen, isn't it?
Yeah, well...
I mean, they did what they could. I mean, they did what they were told. I think neither of them finished the race ultimately today.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So.
Because we had Hulkenberg retire, Piastri retire, Stroll and Alonso, Valtteri.
Yeah.
So that's 5, and Isaac Hadjar.
Yeah, so we lost a few from the first race.
It wasn't quite the battle of attrition that Martin Brundle had predicted.
No, I mean, there were definitely teams that had gremlins, but mostly of it, and half the field got lapped by the Ferraris, or by the Mercedes, so...
Yeah.
Obviously, this is what you get at the start of new regulations. Someone cracks it first and the rest have to follow.
Okay, so we're going to move on now. We're going to talk about George Russell a little bit and the race that he ran. It was a solid race. Like
he drove well, despite still being the whingy prick.
Yeah.
Head of the fucking Drivers Association. It was dangerous from Charles, the lot we spoke about in the briefing. I told him in the briefing not to do that, and he did it.
You know...
Why did he not listen to me?
I really wish we could send George Russell back in time to meet, like, Ayrton Senna and stuff, so that they can all just tell him to stop being a whinging pussy.
He thinks because he's the head of the Drivers Association that he's actually important, and people want to listen to what he has to say.
You know,
but we don't.
Like, I mean, if he went sent back in time and got on the F1 grid in 1990, and he pulled that crap with Senna would have taken him aside and just slapped him in the face and said, "Stop being a man, you bitch."
Yeah, probably.
You know?
If you guys thought Lando was a whiny generic champion, wait till George Russell does it.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Imagine him as the face of Formula One.
Because I mean, look at the iconic moment from, I think it was 2000 Spa, where Häkkinen overtook the Michael and Zonta in one go.
Yeah,
and he said in the press conference afterwards, he's like, I knew the Michael wasn't going to let me pass, so I had to take the chance.
This is the lap before when Schumacher put him on the grass intentionally.
Yeah,
but you didn't hear Mika getting on the radio and whinging about it, did you?
No, like he had a chat with he had a chat with the Michael after the race,
and then a lap later he's up his ass and pulled off one of the most iconic double overtakes in F1 history.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's ways to go about it.
Yeah, I just think sometimes, like, Russell and Lando sort of have it a bit soft. They're very good at dishing it out, but when it's done to them...
taking it, yeah.
Yeah, you know, they're just very soft.
They are. They're very preppy private school boys about it, aren't they?
Whereas Verstappen's just like, shut up and deal with it. I don't give a fuck.
Verstappen doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Charles will race you hard. Kimi will race you hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Alonso will race you hard if he's in a working car.
Well, he won't. The only thing he's racing hard is the tow truck.
But no, George Russell. I think George Russell too. The thing that worked in his favour was the Ferrari strategy department.
Oh, but I mean, whinging, bitching aside, he drove a very good race. He showed a lot of very good racecraft in the early laps against Charles.
Yes.
Like, he really raced Charles really well and really showed a lot of prowess.
Yeah.
And I really wish Ferrari had taken their opportunities to pit, because that could have been a race-long battle.
Yes.
Instead of a half-race battle, but we'll never know. I mean, well, we've only got a couple of weeks till China, so what's even going on?
It's actually next weekend.
Oh, there you go. Only one weekend till China, so there you go.
Yeah. So we're going to move on now to the key drivers. Speaking of the Michael and Mika,
there we go.
That was actually them talking in that photo. That is them talking after Spa
about that very overtake.
Overtake. Jeez, I'm trying to. My chair is buggered. I'm trying to elevate it back up, and I'm just
bit deflating,
like a window licking spastic.
Like the Aston Martin Formula 1 team, a bit deflated.
Fucking hell. So the key drivers. First key driver, Kimi Antonelli.
Yay, podium. P2.
Yep. Yeah, secured the 1-2 for Mercedes, and he drove a solid race.
I didn't expect him to get the podium today, but the fact that he got second, that's awesome.
Well, I don't think it was that he got the podium. I think it was just Charles Leclerc couldn't get the hard tyres to work.
Yeah, I think Ferrari definitely, hit problems with the hards.
But I mean, Kimi drove a solid race, and where did he qualify? He qualified like 8th, didn't he?
No, he was 4th, I think. 4th or 5th.
Yeah. But, he had a good solid day.
No, he was front row. Him and George locked the front row out.
That's right, yeah. But, he had a good solid day at the office and got second place.
Started where he finished, much to, my surprise at least.
Yeah. Next key driver, Charles Leclerc.
Yeah, he had a great battle. He'll be ruined, that Ferrari strategy call, because he was definitely a chance to win that race.
Yeah, and he
the way he started, like the way he had a second or so lead by the end of the first lap. Like he was, his start and his opening lap was brilliant.
Yeah,
I'm like, holy shit, Charles Leclerc might run away with this race.
Yeah, and then
especially the way that the Ferraris were on the mediums.
Yeah, like it was a rocket ship, that thing.
But George stayed in the fight, and
Ferrari
got the pit call wrong and ruined a race opportunity, and we'll never know.
But I mean, he got on the podium.
He did what he could. He got the next best result.
And he shows that there is promise in that Ferrari car. So
I think both Lewis and Charles. And Lewis is driving well again.
Well, he's my next key driver is Lewis Hamilton. Like he turned in almost a renaissance performance.
Well, he was happy with the car and testing, and it definitely seems to suit his driving style now.
Yeah, now they just got to get the strategy department right.
They've gone away from the ground effect cars. He's definitely driving like he used to.
Yeah.
A lot more freedom. He's fast. His racecraft is still there.
And he seems happy with his new engineer.
Definitely seems very happy.
So as long as they can get their strategy calls right, maybe the team needs to listen to the drivers a little bit more instead of overruling them, saying, well, we are thinking.
We are checking.
But he drove like the old Lewis Hamilton.
Like if there was any doubts, maybe that he might be considering retirement, I think if the car continues like this for the rest of the year, he'll hang around for a bit.
I actually think he's going to get a win this year.
I think he might get a few wins this year.
Yeah, same with Charles Leclerc. Next key driver, Lando Norris.
Did what he could. The McLaren's off the pace, but he did what he could, and I'm pissed off Oscar wasn't there because Oscar would have been right with him.
Look, Oscar outfoxed him all weekend until he...
Oscar was the faster driver all weekend, and then the one moment,
I hate to say, I don't think Lando's going to be defending his title this year.
No, I don't believe so.
He's not going to be retaining the
championship. I don't think McLaren will win the constructors either.
No.
I just think they're off the pace. I think they'll come good by the end of the year. Might even jag a couple of wins by the end of the year, but I don't think they'll have enough in them to retain the championships.
Next key driver, Max Verstappen. And
Oh,
he got driver of the day, so I mean...
Well, he come from 20th to 6th. Watch out next weekend when he actually starts where he's supposed to.
Yeah, but I mean, like, he just put on a masterclass.
Yeah, for as much as he doesn't like these new cars, he can still drive the wheels off them.
Yeah, like, you put him in the car and he just goes full Cole Trickle.
Yeah, 20th to 6th. Like, in the, these regulations that apparently the cars are harder to follow and harder to drive, and here he is making up, 14 spots?
Yes.
Like, it's not a problem for Max, so...
And he made it look easy.
He did. Like, he's just a freak behind the wheel. Like, we know this.
Next key driver, Ollie Behrman.
Yeah, he was up there scrapping with Lando and the boys.
He certainly made Ocon look stupid.
Well, Ocon was in the top 10 with him until the later stages of the race.
Yeah, because Ocon was battling with Gasly.
Yeah.
And unfortunately for their entirety of their career, Gasly has always had Ocon's number.
Yes, he has.
And he proved it again today.
Yeah, no, I think Behrman held his own. He lost out on the battles he was in, but he brought points home for Haas, which is more than Ocon did. So
Yeah, and, he made some moves happen that you sort of sit there and go, I wouldn't have made that happen, but he made it happen.
yeah, the kid's got talent. We know he's got talent.
And he put the car in spots where someone was going to make a move, and then Ollie Behrman's car is right there, and they've had to back out of the move.
Yeah. Oh, his racecraft's definitely coming along.
Particularly going into the turn 9, 10.
The chicane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he really, every time someone went to try and overtake him there, he put the car in the right spot to make them make the decision.
There were some good battles down into that chicane, and then down into turn 10 as well. There were some really good battles.
Especially seeing yesterday after FP3, they said that they were going to turn the aero, the replacement for DRS.
Yeah, the straight line thing.
They were turning that off on that big straight going into turn 9 because they felt it was dangerous.
Yeah, right.
And then all the drivers went in and said, well, how are we going to... We've got to change our setup for our car, and how are we going to harvest energy for the battery pack if you turn the active aero off there?
Yeah, well...
So
they
reneged and said, okay, all right, we'll go for that then.
Well, I'm glad they did, because it turned out to be a pretty good race.
Next key driver, Arvid Lindblad.
Yeah, he was pretty good on debut.
Yeah, he got something out of that racing bull.
Yeah.
For sure,
Yeah, he was definitely, he was out of tussle with some of the bigger names.
Yeah.
Again, much like Ollie Behrman lost out. But he got points on debut.
Yeah, and I mean, it's bound to happen when you're in a midfield car.
Yeah, exactly.
But, you extract the best you can out of it, and you do the best you can.
Yep.
Next key driver, Gabriel Bortoletto in the Audi.
Got points for Audi on their debut.
Yeah, and, he held himself really well. For a lot of the race, you didn't know where Bortoletto was. Like, he was out of the top 10. And then you'd see a couple of flashes of him making a big move and getting an overtake done. And for a team that really has felt like it's been on the back foot since testing with its power unit.
They definitely haven't hit the ground running at Audi.
But it's certainly a step forward, and it's certainly
it's points on debut.
And it's got to be a confidence boost for the team.
Exactly. And, Nico Hulkenberg will hopefully be out there next time.
Yeah.
And, we know what a gun driver Hulkenberg is, so it'll only be a matter of time before Audi start making their way up.
And the final key driver was Pierre Gasly in the Alpine Mercedes.
Got them a point.
He got them a point, and he kept his battle up with Esteban Ocon.
Yep.
And for a car that a lot of pundits were saying was pretty ordinary, to get a pretty ordinary car to 10th and getting a point, that's got to be something. It's got to be a confidence boost for the team because
it's got to be something for Alpine.
Yeah, especially Flavio. He's got to be over the moon with getting a point. That's more points than they got last year.
Yeah, well, that's it.
It was pretty pointless last year.
Last year was pointless. This year, hit the ground running.
And I've also got a special mention, honourable mention. Until his car conked out, Isaac Hadjar.
Yeah, he he was running in the top 5.
Yeah.
Like, he was looking quick.
He looked like he'd finally broken the curse of the second seat.
Yeah, him and Max were probably going to be line astern by the end of the race.
Yeah.
Like, he looked quick. I mean, what did he qualify? 6th or something?
Yeah.
Somewhere around there?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he definitely, in his first outing in the big Red Bull, he looked good.
Yeah, so that's why he got an honourable mention. He didn't he didn't finish the race.
Through no fault of his own, he didn't finish the race, but that's a positive start.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to move on now to the PK kick.
Oh, no,
the helmet drivers. It's back, baby. It's back. We got 3 this year, so you tell me who we're voting for, because I've got 3 drivers here. The first one, Liam Lawson in the racing ball.
Had himself a day.
He didn't do much.
No, I'm pretty sure he was involved in contact too. I'm pretty sure he hit Perez, I think, at one point. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, it might have been that, or it might have been Sainz.
Yeah, he definitely was involved in an incident today.
Look, for me, this has got to be Liam Lawson's make or break.
Yeah, he's got to do something this year.
Because if he doesn't, he shouldn't be on the grid.
Yeah, he's had a lot of chances.
And if he breaks, I think they got to put Yuki Tsunoda in that car.
I think so too. And Yuki's a viable option too, so.
Yeah. Next one was Carlos Sainz.
I think Williams just overall this weekend was off the pace. Because Albon didn't do much either.
But also he had a clanger and broke his front wing.
Yeah, he was involved in an incident as well.
So yeah, he had a bit of a shocker.
Yes, he did.
And I hate to do this one. Oscar Piastri.
Through no fault of... I mean, I don't know. I say through no fault of his own, but it was.
It was, but it wasn't.
It was, but it wasn't. He was caught out. I don't know. I mean, just gutting for Australian fans.
Oh, yeah.
Like, as soon as he crashed, like, I literally wanted to not watch the race. Like,
yeah, it just felt like he was stabbed in the heart.
Yeah,
like he wanted...
it was just such a kick in the gut. Just like, fuck.
For me, it was, okay, he's not in there. I've still got my beloved Ferrari.
Yeah, it's like, now I got to cheer for Lando.
Yeah.
I love Lando.
You got to cheer for the B driver.
Well, he's B in my heart. And he's still my
yeah,
guy.
I know. So who are you voting for? Piastri, Sainz, or Lawson?
I got Lawson. I'm not going to blame Piastri for it. It was just an accident. It was just a mistake. Lawson drove like shit all race. If Piastri had started the race, he would have been fine.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm going to go with Lawson as well. Like, he's just got to step up this year. Step up or step off.
Yeah, honestly.
So, yeah, Piastri gets the win for this year. And this year I'm actually going to mark it down so it makes it easier for me to figure out who is the winner of the PK Kick Award at the end of the year.
All right. Well, it's Lawson, not Piastri. Don't tick Piastri.
Okay, so we're on to the news now. And the first news item, this was announced on Friday, is that the FIA has made changes to the 2026 regulations.
All right.
So you remember the last episode how we said that the FIA had brought in that at the 1st of August they were going to start testing the compression ratio at operating temperature, not just room temperature, but operating temperature.
Yes.
They've moved it forward to June 1st.
Oh, wow.
Not the summer break. The engines will be tested at 130 degrees as well as ambient temperature. Next thing they've brought in, the mandatory 2-stop rule for Monaco, introduced last year, has been scrapped.
All right, we're back to more driver parades.
Woohoo! And Q3 will now be 13 minutes, not 12 minutes.
Okay. I don't know why you need an extra minute.
Well, you got 2 extra drivers.
Is it not a top 10 at qualifying 3 still?
Oh, it's Q3. Oh, sorry. Thought it was Q1 they were talking about. I got my Qs mixed up. I mixed my Ps and my Qs up.
Yeah, no, Q3 is still 10 drivers. I know I need the extra minute.
Yeah,
but okay.
I don't get that. I don't get that.
You've never really seen drivers in a mad dash to, like...
No.
Even with just a 10-minute period, they still get 2 runs in pretty comfortably.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're at Spa. That's pretty bad. That's long. That's 7 kilometres, but...
Yeah, well, it just means you got to time it better.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. As opposed to what happened at Monza a couple of years ago.
Oh, my God, that fiasco.
Oh, what a joke
No
that
one wanted
was.
to go, and then everyone missed the checkered flag.
Yeah. It's like, you useless bunch of twats. Like, how do you do that?
Embarrassing. Oh, well, now they'll have an extra minute to do it.
Okay, the next news item is that Danica Patrick has left Sky Sports F1 coverage.
Hooray!
And she claims she left of her own volition.
I'm sure that's what it was.
So Jensen Button can breathe a sigh of relief. That's a shame too, because she's not bad looking. She was something nice to look at.
Just don't give her a microphone.
Yeah, just give her a microphone. Just unplug it.
Yeah. No, look, she won't be missed.
No.
She can go back to NASCAR. Go get a job at fucking NBC. Go bore them to death.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very true. I got to say, while we're talking about commentary, I did watch some highlights of the IndyCar from St. Petersburg last weekend.
Yeah, with Mr. Buxton on commentary.
I'm just going to say Lee Diffie is better.
Oh, I know. Absolutely he is.
You know.
But Lee Diffie's at NASCAR now.
Yeah, I just kind of feel like it's just...
Will Buxton does stick out like a sore thumb on commentary. He does.
Yeah, and also, while we're also talking about commentary, there's a big uproar about V8 supercars here in Australia because Mark Scaife and Neil Crompton have both been dumped.
Yeah, it was a surprise.
Well, everyone kept complaining about Neil Crompton and, being dumped from the commentary team. I must be one of the few people who's just like, I'm glad to see him gone. I hated
Mark
his
Scaife,
commentary.
I'm pretty sure, has gone into another role anyway.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Mark Scaife probably stepped down.
He was crap on commentary.
Oh, he's terrible on commentary.
Yeah.
And Neil Crompton's working with one of the teams anyway, so he's landed on his feet.
Yeah, well, he was struggling with cancer, I think it was.
Yeah, he had a bit of a health scare a couple of years ago.
Yeah, but apparently the current commentators, like Frosty is a commentator now, I think.
Yeah, I vaguely listened to them.
Because apparently Frosty looks like he's scared of being on camera. So...
Poor guy.
Yeah. Maybe they're just... I don't know what Matthew White's doing, but go and grab
Matthew
him.
White is doing the Rugby League show on Channel 7. He should have come back to Supercars. Yeah, that's what I said. He said he should be back on Supercars commentary, and while he's at it, bring back RPM.
Yeah, well.
RPM was great.
Yeah, but that was on Channel 10.
Yeah, I'd watch it. Actually, might make me flick back to free-to-air TV, which is what I had to do today because I was at the pub, and they had the racing on Channel 10 on free-to-air TV, and I'm like, I've gotten so used to KO, like, holy shit, there's an ad break in the middle of this race.
And you would have
Like
had...
the race is still going, and there's a Harvey Norman ad on, and I'm like, what the hell?
You would have had to have put up with Damon Hill on commentary.
Oh, no, thankfully the TV was muted because the UFC was on the other TV.
Yeah, because Channel 10's commentary had...
Mark Webber and Damon Hill, I think.
Yeah.
Oof.
I don't know.
Oof.
We should get Damon Hill out to do the V8 supercars.
No, thank you. Matty White. Give me Matty White or Lee Diffie. Lee Diffie's not coming back. Give
Danny
me Matty
Ricciardo.
White. Danny Ricciardo needs to race in supercars.
Well, yeah, it'd be great to see him.
I'm pretty
Max.
sure he's a Ford ambassador too.
Yeah,
so
he is. Yeah, he is.
Fucking come and drive a Mustang.
Bring Max with you.
Brock Feeney drove like shit for 2 races in a row. Replace him.
All right, so the next news item. Now, we here at the F1 chat, like we do F1 and we do other forms of motorsport.
We do branch out occasionally.
Well, we're going to branch out a little bit further.
Oh, yes?
Because it does have to do with horsepower. Okay.
Okay.
It's a bit of a stretch. During the week, Makybe Diva died.
Oh, my God, the goat horse.
Yeah.
The greatest Melbourne Cup runner I've ever seen.
Yeah, he... 2-time Melbourne Cup champion, wasn't he?
3.
She.
She
Well, she passed away this week.
did pass away.
She was, 25 years old?
She was old for a horse, apparently. I don't know
Yeah.
how long horses live for.
Yeah. But, she passed
But
away.
considering that, I was in high school the year she won her second in a row,
Yeah.
that's a long time for a horse. That was 2007. It's
Yeah.
now 2026. That's a good run.
So, yeah, we just wanted to pay a bit of tribute to Mackay Diva.
Yeah.
It's got to do with horsepower, so...
Yeah, well, she's a legendary horse. So.
And it is racing, so
Yeah.
we'll say
It's prestige. It's not quite Monaco. Well, probably is.
it's probably more interesting
For
than
horse.
watching Monaco.
It's way more interesting than watching Monaco. At least there's overtakes.
And the Aston Martin might have a chance.
Green horse might have a chance. They put that green horse down before it even started. Take it to the tent.
And, okay, so we're getting on to the next news item, but I don't have a photo for it because this is a very late edition. But there is actually a really big chance that 2 races are going to get cancelled.
Yeah, Bahrain and
Jeddah.
Yeah.
And at the,
Yeah.
at the moment, it's...
Just race your pussies.
Yeah, just race
They
around.
raced it. Was it Baku? When that oil refinery was on fire?
No, that was Jeddah as well.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they bombed the oil refinery
Yeah.
in Jeddah.
Yeah.
Max is like, I smell burning. He's like, no, it's just the oil refinery. Actually, the truck's been bombed. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it
Keep
should be
racing.
right.
They won't bomb the F1.
No, they can bomb a hospital. We can't hit the F1 track.
No.
But, yeah, that... I mean, a couple of tracks have actually put their hands up and said, hey, we'll...
The Victorian Premier said, we'll have a second Melbourne Grand Prix.
Yeah.
So just come back.
Yeah, Imola, they said, yeah, we'll host. We'll do it. But,
Sepang.
yeah,
Looking at you, Sepang.
yeah, step up Sepang. Kailami.
Kailami. Istanbul Park.
Look,
Oh,
I mean, Paul
Istanbul might be in the danger zone.
Paul Ricard, it's sitting there doing sweet FA. But actually, Imola did put their hand up and say, hey, we'll host a race, but Stefano Domenicali is like, it might be a bit too late in the day to organise a replacement race, so we might be just ditching those 2 races, and it becomes a 22-race season. My thoughts on this
If
is
you can
going
dodge a wrench, you can dodge a missile.
you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a dodgeball.
That's right.
Um,
Max Verstappen versus the hot Tomahawk missile.
I think my problem with this is I think it highlights that F1 has become too reliant on
The Middle East.
the Middle East
It very much has.
and America.
It very much has.
That's why we want tracks like
The Middle
Kailami.
East is where all its money is, unfortunately.
Well, yeah,
I mean, even McLaren's half owned by the Bahrain.
yeah,
Like, the Bahrain Consortium Group, half owns McLaren.
yeah,
Like, Qatar Airways, Etihad Airways, it's all Middle Eastern.
yeah. That's I mean, I wouldn't be against them running at Imola.
No.
It would be actually a really great time for Hockenheim to step up. It'd be nice
Yeah.
to have them back on the grid.
Even in its shitty new configuration, I'd still take it back.
The Tilkedrome config.
To be fair, the 2019 Hockenheim race was one of the best ever.
Yeah, because they had a shit ton of rain.
And Mercedes died.
Yeah,
We
because
may
of a
need
shit ton of rain.
We may need Mercedes to die again to stop their domination.
Like 20.
We may have reverted back to 2014 here.
Oh, yeah. 2014 through to 2021.
I think I put on Twitter, George Russell's really going to become a 4-time world champion by default.
Yeah. God, I hope that doesn't happen.
Oh, God.
So that's the news items for this week.
Yeah, look. Yeah. I hope they can replace those races with other races, better tracks, but...
I mean, they could always go... Because after China is Japan.
Yeah.
What's stopping them from having a race at Mount Fuji?
Yeah, Mount Fuji track's still there.
Yeah.
A lot of endurance races there.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
because the race after Japan is Bahrain.
yeah. So
So
if
what's
it-
the... Jeez, just do another race in Japan.
Yeah, just I don't know. Yeah, just go to Mount Fuji.
Go to Mount Fuji. It's still there.
Yeah, that's where Hunt won the championship in '76.
Yeah, it's historic.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's still a pretty good track.
Or go to New Zealand. Go to Pukekohe.
Pukekohe doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, shit.
Sad.
Oh, I got an idea. Do what MotoGP is doing. Go to Adelaide.
Yeah, go to the bends like they want you to do, and then you can realise how shit that track is and never go there again. In fact, go to Phillip Island, seeing as MotoGP's doing their last year there.
Actually, I've got a better idea.
F1 at Phillip Island might be pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great.
There's only one DRS zone, though.
Yeah. Or, how about this, to really test out the battery packs? Completely absurd. And you're going to go, fuck no. F1, Isle of Man track.
It's a bit narrow, but we could try Mount Panorama. We keep asking them to do it. They keep saying no. Maybe we'll just force their hand now.
Yeah.
You're like, well, you can't go to the Middle East. So maybe, racing around Mount Panorama is still less dangerous than being tracked by a Tomahawk missile.
Does Western Australia have a racetrack?
Yeah, they got Barbagallo, but it's shit and tiny.
Yeah, but I mean, Western Australia gets everything else over there. They might as well have an F1 race.
Yeah, you might as well have a street race in Perth around Optus Stadium, seeing as you get everything else.
Yeah, I mean, WWE is there.
UFC's there.
UFC.
WWE's there.
New NRL team there.
Yep. State of
AFL.
Origin's going over there. Like, you fucking literally get everything else.
Yeah, it's all the money they saved during COVID.
Yeah, by locking everyone out.
Yeah.
And now we suddenly need money.
Because they don't want to share like everyone else. Fucking selfish assholes. Right, so we're going to move on now to the drivers' standings. Here we go. First one for the year. So in 10th place, we got Pierre Gasly with 1 point in the Alpine. Wow, there is a lot of colour on this too, by the way. 9th place was Bortoletto in the Audi with 2 points. 8th place was Arvid Lindblad in the Racing Bull with 4 points. 7th is Ollie Behrman in the Haas with 6 points. 6th was Max Verstappen in the Red Bull with 8 points. 5th was Lando Norris in McLaren with 10 points. 4th is Lewis Hamilton with 12 points. 3rd is Charles Leclerc with 15 points. 2nd is Kimi Antonelli with 18 points. And leading the drivers at the moment is George Russell in the Mercedes with 25 points. I'm going to have to wait until they upload the photo to do this, so I'm going to read it off my phone. In the Constructors, 11th place is the Cough Cough Splutter Splutter, also known as Aston Martin Honda, with 0 points.
That might be a duck egg for a while. They're going to be the new Alpine.
Yep. 10th place was Cadillac Ferrari with 0 points.
Ah, it's a shame.
9th place was Williams Mercedes with 0 points. 8th place is Alpine with 1 point. 7th place is Audi with 2 points. 6th place is Racing Bulls with 4 points. 5th place is Haas with 6 points. 4th place is Red Bull Ford with 8 points. 3rd place is McLaren with 10 points. 2nd place is Ferrari with 27 points. And in first place, leading the Constructors at the moment, is Mercedes with 43 points. Right, so the next race is next weekend from China.
Yes.
From Shanghai.
Shanghai International Circuit.
I do think that this one will be a Mercedes washout.
I'm keen to see how far down that back straight they run out of power. Probably about halfway.
Yeah.
They might have to push it by the end of the lap.
Well, I think, yeah, for the rest of the track, they're going to be harvesting just for that.
Just for the back straight.
Just for the back straight.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe not in a good way. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
and it's a sprint race weekend too, so we'll find out.
And they're going to have to do a shit ton of super clipping.
Yeah.
So...
Did you see, Max Verstappen was losing 20 kilometers an hour at the end of the straight. I think one of them lost 47.
Yeah, that was probably an Aston Martin or a Cadillac.
I think Aston Martin had 47 kilometers an hour to lose. I'd lose speed at the end of the straight, but I'm not going fast
Jesus.
enough.
The only thing it's losing more than Aston Martin's car in terms of speed is Lawrence Stroll losing money on that fucking team.
Lawrence Stroll. If you wanted any proof that Adrian Newey hasn't touched that car at all, it's there.
Oh, look.
Or this is the most ultimate sandbag you've ever fucking seen.
You know, I go back to pre-season, how the race were like, oh, the Aston Martin is going to be the dark horse this year, and Adrian Newey designed this car, and Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall, and blah, blah, blah,
I don't think
blah.
Adrian Newey designed this car at all.
Oh, he did?
Or the power units, or is it just the power unit that's fucked?
Yeah, the power unit's fucked.
And there's so much vibration that Fernando Alonso's got nerve damage in his fingers.
And it's actually coming from the V6 turbo.
That's crazy.
Because it broke the battery pack. Like, and I did a bit of reading about this on Friday night. So, it wasn't until, I think it was June, July last year, Adrian Newey went over to Honda in Japan to see, you know, how much progress was going on the power unit, because they announced they were doing that in 2024, didn't they?
Yeah, they announced it ages ago.
Yeah, and he gets there and he finds out that most of the team working on the power unit have never worked on an F1 car before.
Yeah, he reckons the team that was helping Red Bull with the Honda unit, only 30% of them still remained when they started the Aston Martin project.
Here's something I want to throw out there, and I sort of got the idea from this by watching the highlights of the IndyCar, because in IndyCar they've got Honda power units, they've got Chevrolet power units,
yeah,
right? And I suppose you could say the same thing about Cadillac. Why are they not taking the power units from IndyCar and modifying them to match F1 standards?
Because it runs different in IndyCar. It's a different hybrid system they use. It deploys differently and all that shit.
Oh, I mean, look, that's what I mean, like to modify it. Like yank the hybrid shit out and put in like the hybrid system that we use in F1.
Oh, I'm sure they've got the ability to at least copy it. I don't know. I don't know the answer.
Yeah, I mean, why can't they just take the
V6?
V6?
You would think Honda, who also provide V6 turbo hybrid engines to IndyCar, would have those specifications somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I assure you that's probably one of the things I'll be looking at. Like,
Yeah,
what have they done wrong? What have they done wrong to fuck up the F1 engine when the Honda power unit runs so good?
Or is it just Honda doing the big F you to Fernando Alonso for the GP2 thing 10 years ago?
Well, they're not giving him much fucking reason to retract the statement.
No.
I don't think so. I think they've honestly, because the Honda power unit that powered Red Bull to 4 championships, or 3 championships, whatever it was. Red Bull own that IP. Like, Red Bull, that's the engine.
Yeah.
Red Bull have that engine. That engine is not the engine that Aston Martin have.
No.
At all, in any spec.
No.
It's a complete fucking rebuild from the ground up. This is literally what they did with McLaren.
Yeah.
Until McLaren got the shits with it and fucked it off, and then they worked their way through it with Red Bull. But that took like 4 years.
And
that took 5 years from Red Bull getting the engine and to Max winning the championship. That was 5 years. I don't think Aston Martin are going to wait 5 years for results like that.
No, look, I think if the power unit's not up to snuff next year, Larry Stroll's going to pull it.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's going to pull it, and he'll probably get Audi power units, because I don't think Mercedes will supply.
Well, Mercedes can't supply; they're already maxed out.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, like if they ditch, say, McLaren,
they might.
Or if Mercedes Williams finally go, well, we've got to try something different here because we're not getting anywhere.
I would see Mercedes leaving Williams before they leave McLaren.
Yeah.
I mean, even if McLaren are a championship threat.
Well, I think that's why I'd think that
That's petty. Don't do that.
Yep.
They wouldn't do it now anyway because they're a league ahead of the McLaren now.
Yeah.
I think that quells it sort of because McLaren haven't come back and put half a second on the field like they did last year.
No, that's
They're
right.
definitely not the number one car on the field anymore.
No.
They're probably equal with Red Bull. It's Mercedes and Ferrari in their top group, and then it's Red Bull and McLaren behind them.
But if Aston Martin ditches Honda, really the only power unit they can go to is Audi.
Yeah, which they could.
And if they do go to Audi, I reckon Audi's going to make them rebadge it as a Porsche.
Maybe.
You know, slap the Porsche badge on it and call it a Porsche.
Well, they've got their work cut out for them.
Because they're not going to get a Ferrari power unit.
No.
They can't get a Mercedes power unit. Red Bull's not going to chuck them a power unit.
No.
So, yeah, that's the only play they've got.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. You know, maybe it comes good, but they don't have long. I don't think Aston Martin will have much patience with Honda.
No, I just... Particularly Adrian Newey. Adrian Newey wants results.
Especially if he's got a hand in the car.
Yeah.
You know, that's what they got him there for. Like,
Yeah.
yes, he's the team owner or whatever, team principal, but he can also help design the car. And, you know, that's secretly, you know, pulling double duty. That's what
Yeah.
they got him there for.
I mean, they've got Enrique Cardile from Ferrari as the head designer of the car too. So, I mean, you've got two of the biggest brains when it comes to
You've got
designing
talent
a car.
there. This is clearly a power unit issue. I don't think the car itself's a shit box.
Well, I think if the car keeps spluttering and coughing and fucking up like how it is, Alonso's going to call time on his career.
Oh,
at
yeah,
the
this
end
will
of
be much like the way that Ferrari being good this year is probably going to extend Lewis's career. The Aston Martin being this shit will end Fernando's career.
Yeah.
Like, this will be it.
It almost feels like maybe Aston Martin, instead of going to Honda, maybe Aston Martin should have gone to Toyota.
I mean, look, at the time, they think they're inheriting Red Bull's engine, and they're not.
Yeah.
Because Red Bull owned the IP to that engine, and they were making their own part from the Red Bull powertrain factory.
Yeah.
And now they're stuck with a Honda engine that was made from scratch that has nothing to do with Red Bull's engine.
Yeah.
And, you know, and all the powertrain parts are coming from Honda anyway, where Red Bull were making their own. So, it's just they thought they were getting Red Bull's engine, and they do not.
No.
And it's proving very costly.
Yeah, they were sold a dummy.
They were. They have got their
They
work
really
cut out.
were.
They have got their work cut out for them.
So it's going to be a long season for Aston Martin.
It is.
And it's going to be a long season for Cadillac as well.
Yeah, but I could see Cadillac bouncing back a lot quicker than Aston are going
Oh,
to.
absolutely. I mean, this is Cadillac starting the season. Like, starting in F1.
Yeah.
You know, so when
Cadillac and Audi are hitting... This is their debuts.
yeah.
Aston Martin have just taken a massive backward step, and they've taken a gamble, and they've
Well, I
lost.
mean, the thing about Audi is that it still is Sauber, but now it's got an Audi power unit in there. So
Yeah,
really, the baseline is there.
You won't see the results of, you know, the big Audi, you know, money backing company. You know, what they are, what they bring to motorsport. That'll take a little bit to kick in.
Yeah.
But Audi will do it because Audi, every motorsport they've ever touched, they've been champions in. So,
Yeah. But, Cadillac, it's their first season in F1, so and everyone knew they were going to be last.
well,
We
we thought.
Yeah.
Aston Martin's like, hold my beer.
I was just about to say that, actually. You know, so, and Cadillac's putting up a valiant fight.
They'll get there.
Yeah.
They'll get there. Aston Martin's clearly the team with the most work to do. Audi will start figuring it out. Alpine's bounced back. They've got a point.
Yeah.
The Racing Bull's up there. The Haas is up there.
Well, I mean,
Max is up there, and Hadjar probably would have been up there with him too.
don't forget, too, like, Bortoletto got 2 points for Audi.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and Hulkenberg didn't get to really race, so he would have been there.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of There's a lot of teams with a lot of potential. You know, Cadillac will get there. Aston Martin's definitely the one that's in a hole. And Williams, that was disappointing. Williams have got work to do as well.
Yeah.
Not as much as Aston, but that's depressing. That's not a good start.
Speaking of work to do, we've got some socials to do.
Yes.
So you can watch this on YouTube on the Vindicator 18 channel.
Yes.
You can also watch us on the F1 Chat 1 channel.
Yeah, if we can get the login code for that.
You can interact with us on Facebook on the F1 Chat and on X.
Yeah.
It's the F1 Chat 1. Don't forget the 1.
They'd be the two places to interact with us the most. Facebook, definitely. X, I'm on there.
We're on Rumble on the F1 Chat, and we're on Spotify as the F1 Chat.
Yes, we are.
So the next race will be next weekend
In
at
China.
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 And then 2 weeks after that is Japan. See you in Suzuki, boys.
Yes.
God, I miss King Latifi. R.I.P. King.
He gave us the greatest gift of all.
What?
Max Verstappen Championship. A not Lewis Hamilton Championship. Yeah. Tell you what, he could track for his 8th this year. He could do it. He could break the Michaels record in a Ferrari.
No.
And you're going to have to accept that as a Ferrari fan.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's not happening.
This was a joke 2 years ago. Now it's like a possibility. That terrifies you. I know it.
It doesn't terrify me because it's not going to happen. It's going to be
might.
Charles Leclerc.
Charles definitely outdrove him today, but Lewis has got his spark back.
Yeah, but it's going to be Charles Leclerc.
It's going to be George Russell.
Oh,
We're just going to hate ourselves.
You know what? I'd be happy if Kimi Antonelli wins it.
If a Mercedes driver wins the championship this year, it better be fucking Kimi.
Yeah.
I'm not having Woody from fucking Toy Story as my fucking world champion. Which is an insult to Woody because Woody's got more fucking personality.
Good old Osama bin Russell.
Osama bin Russell.
Latte boy.
Al-Qaeda Mercedes.
We can't even say that now and get away with it.
No. Probably topical for this time of year.
Yeah, it's a little...
Just turn the news on. I mean...
Yeah. All right, speaking of news, thank you for joining us for this episode. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope to see you next time. Until then, it is goodbye